Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Industrial Design Series webinar titled Furniture Design for Post-COVID-19. My name is Yi Kang, and I'm from the School of Media Arts and Design, and my core area is in Industrial Design. Well, it's a Friday evening, and I hope that you're comfortable and relaxed wherever you are. By the way, please let us know where you are from and in the comment area, and this is where we will inform you as well when we are ready to receive questions. Okay, so let's dive into it. So what is the connection between furniture design and industrial design? To start with, let me clarify a few things. Industrial design here is not the same as industrial engineer. The job scope is very much different. An industrial designer here is not an interior designer. Even though we can support interior design in many ways, this is where the furniture design comes in. If you study to become an industrial designer, furniture design is one of the special areas that you can choose to focus into. Now, why is that possible? Indulge me a little. Let me explain on what you study in industrial design. Beside the usual software skills, the drawing and the sketching skill, the prototyping, the modeling skill, etc., the most important skill that we learn as an industrial designer is the organic thinking, problem-solving skills. Industrial designer is unique in a way because we are trained to navigate and bridge the requirements from mainly three important sectors. The most important portion is, of course, the end user, which is the human. Industrial designer design products and services for the human most of the time. Even though occasionally we were asked to design for pets and farm animals. Therefore, understanding who is our target audience and their behavior is very crucial. With that, we need to weigh the requirement from the marketing and the finance segment as well. Just to name a few, where to sell, what is the suitable price, what type of packaging, how much is the cost, what is the ROI, and how to design to meet the product quality requirement, etc. And to meet the product quality, this is where you need to make sure that the lines and the shapes that we create on paper or 3D CAD is manufacturable. In another word, we need to equip ourselves with the knowledge of design for assembly, design for manufacturing. No point drawing something beautiful and at the end of the day, you cannot make it. Okay. As you can see, a good industrial designer should be equipped with this skill to solve a problem. With this skill, industrial designer can tackle many types of products, and this is where furniture design comes in. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. I'm sure you cannot wait for the speaker tonight to share his experience in the furniture design scene. Let me welcome the speaker for tonight. He's like a family to me because every time we meet, we speak in Hokkien dialect. Just like me, he's from the northern state of Malaysia. He's to me the champion in furniture design arena. Let us welcome Mr. Walter T. Hey, hello, man. How are you?
Hi,
Walter.
hi, everybody. You pushed me so high, so I'm stressed. I'm a bit stressful now.
Well, just relax. It's Friday night, okay? And we have done this many rounds before. We have sit together and discuss about the topics tonight, and I'm
Yes.
sure that we are very well prepared. And I'm sure that you're going to be share with us a fantastic story. Are you ready to take over the?
Mm,
Okay, now before you take over the stage, is it okay for me to
mm.
play a very short video about our student works from the industrial design? Okay.
Oh, why not?
Okay.
I'd like to see.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Fantastic product.
Yeah, they got some good works over there. Thanks, industrial design team. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, then, Walter, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so the
Let
floor
me.
is yours. Yeah.
Okay, let me try this screen. Share. Okay, now can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Can you see the screen? Okay, let me make it. Okay, now. As you know, my name is Walter. The T initial is actually Tan. Okay, so I'm actually a third generation carpenter. Uh, I grew up in the Kedah state, land owned by Tunku Abdul Rahman. So my grandfather got the land from Tunku. So I grew up in my grandfather wooden factories. See all these workers cutting woods, see wood, smell wood, touch wood, and everything. Every day touch wood is a good thing. So I like to call myself a guy from the furniture factories. I prefer that actually. So I grew up there. So there's nothing bad about a guy from a wooden factory. So I'm also a certified uh, furniture designer. So I also teach in the local university, uh, top private local university. So every semester, I will take the students to visit wooden factories and factories. Okay. So I also a guest lecturer in GAFA. GAFA means uh, Guangzhou Academy of Fine Arts in Guangzhou. See? So this is actually the picture taken last year, okay, in the graduation show. I also invited by another university in Malaysia to go and create their product and share the real-time knowledge to them, how the furniture industry works in Malaysia and in Southeast Asia and in the world. I also like the students to go dirty their hands, install furniture themselves, and why furniture has to make knockdown, why it's not knocked down. So or from you assemble yourself, only you know how furniture works. So in my class, I always like to have real life and dirty your hands-on stuff. So from here, only student will learn more the practical way. So now, the topic of the world is actually COVID-19, okay, or they call it coronavirus, okay. So what is the short-term effects of this virus? Okay, from I think 3 months back, a lot of people panic. Okay, some sad, worry, and emotionally unstable, depressed. Okay, because a lot of people lost their job. Some ignorant or ignore. Some knows the difference, but they ignore this issue. Okay, now key design solution of this short-term effect. Okay, so people will say stuck to physical distancing. Okay, I don't like to use social distancing because we are human of socialized animal. So I prefer to use physical distancing. Yeah, So from here, short term, so we have hygiene, we have safety, we have security, protection, and awareness. Now we are start to aware that this virus is actually very dangerous. You get it, you won't know you get this virus as well. So this is actually quite scary. Now, medium terms, like now, okay? Like now, school starts to, I think a few days ago, government have allowed people to, KKM allow students, people to go back to school. So they realize that they have to adapt now, a little bit stable now, and a little bit comfortable now, but they have to still follow the regulation. This picture was taken in Taiwan because Taiwan opened up their school, I think, a few months more than us. Okay, so you still now you can go to a salon and cut your hair. Myself and Ethan no need to because we have same hairstyle. That means no hair. Okay, then you can go out and eat now in a public area, but still have to go through this kind of social distancing. Yeah, physical distancing, not so comfortable. Yeah, not the life that they used to have before that. Okay, now in long term, people still worry. Okay, resurgence of virus now in Australia, especially in Melbourne, the second wave is coming. In America, the first wave is not finished, but other cities like on the south, like Florida, is actually COVID patient is a lot now. I think they hit 60,000 new cases yesterday, 60 over 1,000. And then India and Indonesia have one of the highest victims in the world. So they have worry, they have resurgence, okay, a view of the resurgence, and they start to prevent and find cure. Okay, now they have to find cure and then innovation and experience. Now, let me share a bit of the furniture design thing. Okay, in Italy, search Ferrari, not the car Ferrari here. this such luxury group, they actually produce a fabric. One of the famous product is called Betty Line. It's actually the fabric, netting fabric for outdoor furniture. Okay, so they are actually developing a fabric that can kill the virus. Okay, 99.5%. Okay, so this is the thing. Now, lifestyle will change. Okay, so from here we can see in the office where we work. Now we have office pod. Okay, now everything into the pod. Okay, this is actually not a new design anymore. I designed, I think, 10 years back for your own personal space. But now this can put to good use. So uh, since the virus, coronavirus, is actually airborne, so you have your own thing. You have your own place inside there for your safety reason. So this is the bigger pot. So just beside an office. So you are good to use. So this might give an idea for a young designer to think about. Okay, now talk about the changing of the design. Post-World War II, okay, in office, all partition and cubicles. Okay, this is actually World War II, and all here, all cubicles. So here, and then now, this is my friend Palmer, office furniture manufacturer from Guangzhou, my good friend called Light Space Company. Okay, they produce a very trendy office furniture, and their furniture is so trendy you can even use for your house and a bungalow and apartment as well. You can see the furniture start to have their own personal space, high back. Yeah. Now, so this is actually year 2000. No, this is recently. So now this is actually open space. Okay, this is actually before MCO. So everything in open space, you will see open space. Okay. Now, this is before MCO, right? Before the COVID virus. So like this is the WeWork Beijing. Everything is open space. I'm not sure. So this is showing. This is actually what design in MCO before MCO. So everything is like that, all open space. See. Now, you will hear this kind of word, WFH, work from home. I think and Google or some company allow the staff to work from home for the rest of their life. And then in the office in Malaysia, they only allow like half of the workforce, then half work from home. So they will take turns to go to office. Sometimes they work from home, and half of the time they work in the office. So to avoid this virus from spreading. Okay, now for me, in this hard time, I used to design Soho. Soho means small office, home office. Okay, I used to design small office, home office for an old company. Okay, many years ago. I think more than 20 years ago. Okay. But it's not so. People are not so acceptable about this. But now I think I might be wrong, but I think people will start to want to move the office back to home. Okay, for your information. Okay, like the analog games. Okay, like so-called ping-pong tables. Okay, snooker tables. Okay, and the foosball tables is actually selling like hotcakes now. So they want to buy this thing to put in the house and play. So this is the same thing like Soho. So they move the office back to home. Then they like to have very comfortable space in their house they can work with. Yeah. So this is actually a very nice walnut wood home office style. Okay, this is again. So we have tea. So from here, people also, because they are rarely going out. Some of the people that are like in Melbourne now, they cannot go outside now. So for me, you have, as a designer, you bring the coffee, the cafe back to your house. Make your house looks like a cafe. Yeah. So it's actually the trend now. So they move, and then they will move the experience of the restaurant back to the house as well. Okay, this is three. Another home office, and have a tea. Tea. This is actually taken from China. See, it's a tea time. Okay, now reflection. Why this pandemic happened? Okay, this is only my view. Okay, because in the report say this pandemic actually came from bats. Okay, but there is actually no proof to show it yet. WHO still investigate why it spreads in Hubei, Wuhan. Okay, for me, I think it's actually no respect to nature. This thing happened is actually no respect to nature. I remember last time my parents say, when you go into the forest, you must respect the forest. There are some beings there. Okay, there are actually wildlife there. So better don't touch anything and don't take anything back from the forest. Don't shout. Don't show disrespect to the forest. That's what our ancestors teach us. Okay, and rapid urbanization. So the house is actually expanding. The housing area is actually expanding. They build house, expand, and very near to the forest. Population explosion. So from here, we, the humans, is actually very close to the nature. And also the wild animal market. Okay, like the traditional Chinese medicine always like to use uh, wild animal parts. Okay, their internal organs to make uh, their medicine. So this is actually not a good thing. Being vegetarian myself, I'll actually encourage you guys to eat less meat. Okay, see what happened to China now. Before the coronavirus strike, a lot of people still eat a lot of wild animal. Now, in KFC, I mean KFC China, in Starbucks China, they have now promoting vegan meal. Okay, for KFC now they have in a major city in China, 4 major cities in China, they have now opened up like Beyond Meat product in their stores now in KFC. One in Shanghai, one in Beijing, one in Guangzhou, one in Shenzhen. The KFC now they have a Beyond Meat. Okay, it's actually plant-based meat. You know? So let me go to next. Okay, and I-16. Why? For a lot of students, okay, for the newbies, okay, if you want to study, whatever you want to study, you have to find out your reason why you want to study. For example, industrial design or furniture design. Why you want to study furniture design? That is very important. If you cannot find your why, like you cannot find your reason, you cannot find your goal in life, so it's actually not good. Because as a student, if you cannot find your reason, your goal, then you cannot find your purpose in life. So if you cannot find your why and then go to study, you might waste your parents' money. So if you don't know your why, your goal in life, better tonight you go back and sleep and think about it. What you want to achieve and what is your goal. If not, every Monday is blue. If you find your why, every Monday You jump up a bed. Yeah, yoo-hoo, it's another Monday. I'm going to make something different in your life, in my life. That is the reason why. I always tell my students this: if you cannot find your why, if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing now, it's actually very bad. It's like playing football without the goal post, without the goal tiang. It's like uh, playing basketball without the basket. Okay, I talk too much. I think I need to move. Okay, now always think about when you design something. Always think about GRD. I mean, green resource design. Okay, I have this. I did talk about green resource design in USM last November. So I might maybe, if you like to, I'll have a speech in green resource design in the next session if you allow me to. Okay, always think everything that you design or use, even in your private life, in your normal life, think about the thing that you use, that you buy, you throw away, have any side effects on our environment or not. Okay, but in your house, always have two what we call dustbin or three dustbin separate. The one is waste, the one is plastic, and the other one is for paper. Always think about that. Okay, just so simply throw those when you go out, bring your own recycle bag. No more plastic bag. Use less plastic bag. Okay, now a lot of students still don't know the thing that design. They don't know what is that. Okay, FFC, PDFC, and Rainforest Alliances. I don't want to go into detail about this. Okay, for the young people, you can go into the Google and search. Okay, for this thing. Okay, I found out the designer. I thought they don't know about this at all. Okay, so they just simply design, and the design, after effect of the design, they don't know. So you have to hold responsibility of what you have designed. Okay, and what your mindset is. Okay, now, okay, in Malaysia we have a lot of palm oil, and we have also a quite amount of coconut woods. So this is actually is a green resource design. So everything that you do is best to use the thing that is in local. Okay, palm oil, palm wood. Okay, that means when we cut down the wood for the palm oil, so we have palm wood, the palm tree that cut and become a furniture. Even in coconut tree, palm wood is still a bit soft, but in coconut wood is actually very hard, and they can stand uh, salt water. When they go to any island, okay, when the ship stop, so they have to tie a string to a pole on the sea that is normally actually a coconut tree. Yeah, so it's actually very strong. Okay, and we in Malaysia have a lot of rubber tree. Okay, uh, last time when I was selling rubber wood material, there's one customer, very funny, one customer from actually Turkey. He asked me a question: Is this wood bound? Because he thought this wood actually is a rubber. No, no, no. I told him that this is actually cut from a tree that produced latex for rubber. So the rubber can make tires, uh, mattresses, and everything. Okay, and anything. Okay, now, so we in Malaysia also have a lot of acacia tree. Okay, especially in Sarawak and Sabah, mainly in Sarawak. So they plant this tree actually to make paper pulp, but they found out this tree is good for making furniture as well. And the old acacia tree actually can actually make outdoor furniture. They have a little bit of oil itself, so it's good for uh, outdoor furniture. Okay, but not as much oil as thick wood. But for the price they have, it's good for outdoor furniture because thick is very expensive now. Okay, bamboo. I remember, I think 2 years ago or 1 year ago, one minister to propose Malaysia to plant bamboo tree. Okay, we actually 10, 15 years behind. This picture was taken in China. In China, we have at least 5 huge bamboo forests or bamboo plantation. Okay, one of the biggest ones is actually in Sichuan, where the panda live. So the panda can eat the bamboo shoots. Okay, and for your information, bamboo is the fastest growing plant in the world. Okay, in the land, right? In the world, is actually sea kelps, ocean kelps. The kelp is actually sea plant that grow faster, but in the land, bamboo grow fastest. Okay, and it's actually uh, environment friendly. I will show you the thing that I designed before as a bamboo. Okay, this is me, very happy man. Okay, uh, develop bamboo. Okay, we cut the bamboo and then we flat it and we laminate it and replace as a wood. Okay, and this is good for outdoor. Okay, I have been selling this to Australia. Okay, it's good for outdoor. See more picture. So this is again bamboo decking for outdoor and bamboo coffee table for outdoor usage. And the base is actually aluminum because aluminum will not rust and you can use for outdoor. Okay. Another one is green materials such as composite wood, the one that I step on, uh, SPC, that means stone, mixture of stone, okay, plastic composite, SPC, rice husk, okay. I remember because I'm from Kedah, so we are actually the land of the rice field. Last time, as the old factories that collect all those rice husks, compress it and make as a plywood board. But now my father told me uh, the factory is no more because nobody buy. Everybody buy MDF board and recycle woods and reclaim old woods. Okay, so we can use the reclaim old woods for the design as well. So composite wood. Okay, this is the composite wood behind me, pink color. Okay, they collect all those wood fiber. Okay, and they collect all those from airport. They collect all those plastic bottle, mineral bottle, and the cup they use in the airplane, and grind it together, melt it, mix it with some glue, and make as a composite wood. Okay, let me show you how to do this. Okay, this is a composite wood. This is a composite decking. Okay, so it's actually a mixture of plastic, wood fiber. Wood fiber is actually they collect all those from a wooden factory, the waste wood, and grind it, become a granule. Okay, then make it make it as a decking and a composite wood. Yeah, and as I mentioned, this is my friend factory is actually in a quite northern part of China. Okay, in Pingzhou in a Shandong province. Okay, see all those old wood. They collect it from the people that throw away old houses, and they collect. And mainly here, all wood here are actually old elm wood. Okay, there's here is actually a lot of antiques. Okay, I went there, I go crazy, I go gaga crazy. See, on the left hand side, bottom corner, I use this old elm wood and laminate together to make as a communal table for my project. And this wood is actually, some of them is actually more than 100 years old. So it's a bit naturally dry. So it shouldn't be any problem of cracking. Okay, for inversion, wood is always alive. Wood is always move. Okay, wood will always crack Okay, so that is wood. Wood is like our skin. Yeah. So I say about a lot of wood because I love wood so much. So this is actually my friends. So as a young designer or the future designer, you need to think about this. Use the wood that actually people recycle it, reclaim it, so people throw away. So use it as your own design. Yeah, see here. Me in the dress, winter clothes. So all here is actually all. I still have a lot of pictures, but I don't have a lot of time to share. So this is all they collect. See, and then this is actually elm wood. They laminate it, and then they wire brush it, make it a rusty look. Yeah, and it was -2 then, so cold. I went there last December. Yeah, very very cold. Okay, now, okay, what is the post after this? After this coronavirus, okay, after this post COVID-19, what is the design will look like? Okay, I'm talking about furniture design. You can see just now. This is for you to think. Open space will change from open space to closed space again. Yeah, just now I shared. Okay, in the post World War II, it's open space. Yeah, cubicle. Yeah, then year 2000, open space. Now, a lot of people work from home, and if they go back to office, they have a what called closed area. Okay, this is my prediction. Will they go to closed space again? I don't know. But bring your office home, work from home. That is definitely the trend now. A lot of people work from home now, and bring the public space experience home, like cafe, office school, restaurant, resort, back, or clubhouses, and school home. Okay, you can see the changes now. I might be wrong, but I can see the trend now. People work from home a lot now. Okay, Soho making a comeback. Yes, I think I, I would think so. Okay, according to my friend from America, he's actually selling panel furniture, home office furniture. He's actually his factory actually very busy now. Can't cope, capacity too full. So he said a lot of people now buy knock down furniture. Okay, knock down Soho. So a lot of people now buy home office for their own use. Okay, now, and skill craft or home craft. I might be wrong, but I think, and Ikang might be agree with me. It's actually the designer maker. Yeah. Okay, now this is a jam factory in Adelaide, South Australia. Okay, in this jam factory, they are promoting craft, or I call it blue collar. Okay, because in Malaysia, uh, I have students design furniture, but a lot of them can't get a maker to make for them. So this is the situation in Malaysia now. Not many factories that want to make uh, a design, new design from a student, because it involves a lot of time. It involves money as well, because once you make a sample, a prototype, for example, a chair, it might cost 2-3,000 ringgit a chair, and normally prototype is not one time finished. They have to make and remake 3 times. So uh, I would actually advise designer to actually know how to make their own sample. If not, worst come to worst, at least they know how the design uh, how the design can be made. Okay, not like for others people, the factory people to pull their nose around, don't know how to make. At least as a young designer, they need to know materials, the method of doing it as well. So this is actually Adelaide Jam Factory. So, and then this is actually support by Adelaide Council. They give the whole building for free to the up and coming young designer to showcase their design. So even furniture, uh, something like ornamental stuff as well. So then once you sell a design, so you share the profit to maintain the building. So that's what this Adelaide Council do. Yeah? So now this is a girl called Ariel. Okay, I think she's from San Francisco Bay Area. Okay, she is actually a product designer. She made her own design, and she made a lot of wooden spoons. Okay, to sell. Okay, and she can make her own living. Okay, she do a lot of spoons and all those wooden bowl. And again, the wood, she actually collect it from the waste. I will show you some picture later. It's actually reclaimed. Yeah. So you collect all this wood from the trash. Okay. Very nice wood because America have nice walnut. She actually produced a lot of walnut wood. Walnut look very tasty. Eh? Looks like milk chocolate. Yeah. See, and then she collect all this back to her. See, all this old building. I think this should be the old theater. And she collect back and to her bookshop and produce it and sell. Green, at the same time, use back the old wood that throw away and make money. Okay, this Laura Buchan, she's actually very good in actually laminating. See here, the product that she produced is actually an alien stuff. Okay, so she made her own product. Okay, and then this is Kumiko from Japan. Okay, straight away she graduated from a university. Okay, and then go to this factory and make a handmade wooden chair. See, okay, and aluminum soldering. This is also one of the mm, craft as well. So this is actually stainless steel welding. Okay, spot welding, TIG welding. Okay, this is actually wicker, PE wicker. This is actually the prototype, first prototype of a sample that I made 2 years ago together with my student. Okay, this is actually I will share later. Okay, this is actually experiment a new color of wicker, new type of wheel ring for the furniture my student design because normally student design I will change the design. Okay, normally the student design will be half they are not experienced in the market, so I will help them to actually finish the design, experience with different types of colors and weaving. Yeah. So this is the design that I work together with my student. Okay. So I always like to because we staying in it's actually a place called Nusantara, okay, Malaysia. It's in the middle of Nusantara. Nusantara means from southern Thailand to some parts of Papua New Guinea. So this whole area is actually Nusantara. So and this is actually Nusantara style, okay, Malaysian. So it's actually from atap, okay, in the middle, and the one the picture in the left is atap style, but with a touch of a modern color, okay. Because we do a research, okay. Well, I'm going to do this two design, and I ask people which color, which pattern do you like, okay. Some, and surprisingly, the old people like the colorful one, and then the young people like the brown color one. I don't know why. I don't know. Later you tell me which one you like. Okay, and this is actually a wicker. Okay, it's all 100% handmade. Yeah, and this is to weave this chair. You need 1 day or maybe 1.5 day to weave it. Oh, I'm sharing the video now. Okay. Okay. Now this is another craft as well. This is actually from Suzhou. Okay. We call it Jingxiu. Okay. Okay. They call it. Okay. Now this is another craft, but this is actually Chelsea Miller, a knife-smith. Nice looking, beautiful looking knife-smith. Okay. Okay. Now this is my friend's place in China. Okay. Every weekend they have people, because this is actually very near to Hangzhou School of Art. So this friend of mine is actually welcome final year student to make their own design in this workshop for free, but with condition. Okay, the condition is you come and learn. You can do your own design here, but in the weekend you learn and you impart your knowledge to the people that interest in woodworking. That is actually what he offer. Okay, but in the weekend, all those people that interest have to come and pay because tools is not cheap and wood is not cheap and place and rental is not cheap. Machine is not cheap. So we have to pay for fees to come and learn here. Yeah, and this is actually a very this is the course they offer. This is the very traditional old type Chinese Luban type of joinery, and it takes a 5-day course to teach people from a scratch to make a small little stool, small little bangku. Yeah? 5 days, and this is purely 100% handmade. Okay, no machine. Okay, and this is actually another course, a wooden earphone. Okay, by using walnut. Okay, they also have this kind of course, weekend course, 1-day course. Yeah, to what we call to make people interested in woodworking. And then this is the dovetail joint box that I made myself. There, okay, mixture of one, two, three, and four different types of wood there. Okay, and this is another weekend course, and my wife is there doing the. For example, for your information, actually female actually better in woodworking. It's only that they don't have the energy. They are actually more details and the work that actually finer than male. Okay. Now this is the product to make. They're very nice and cute. Okay, now this is now from Hangzhou. Now we expand this actually in Shanghai. Okay, in Shanghai, and every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is full of people. These are weekdays I remember. So this is actually in Shanghai. Okay, and I want to share a bit of my student. It's called ex-student. This is actually pattern by first generation. After 3-4 years, I'll recruit a new one, new group. So this actually feature in MIFF. The design actually feature in MIFF for the past 3 years already. This year MIFF because of the coronavirus. So this year no MIFF. MIFF is actually Malaysia International Furniture Fair. So the design featured there. So this is before. This after the design, after the MIFF, so it's a follow-up meeting. How to go, what's next? Okay, so this is some of the the minister you see here, the Rusakot. So this is the student design. Yeah. So this is exhibit last year in MyTech in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, this is the design. Uh, yeah, this is the group called pattern bar. I will show the leaflet here. And this is the speech in ESM in Penang talking about green resource design. So I show them the materials. I every class and every time I will bring the material for them to feel and see and smell for themselves. If you, I always believe you have to see the real thing. You have to touch the real thing. Yeah. And this is the attendees. Yeah. So question time. Hello, Ikan.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think I'm already very
I
inspired.
am.
I kind of like
Thank you very
my
much.
hand is
Oh, should
itchy.
I try? Should I share this? Hang on.
Got
Can
something
you see
else
this?
to share? Not yet.
Can you? Oh yeah. Let me see. Let me see. I have to do. Okay, I have to share. Let me go back first.
I was saying that my
So
hand was already getting itchy. That I wanted to start making things already. Is that the kind of
share the
trend that
slide.
is going around the world at the moment? I mean, you mentioned that young graduates coming back from university, I mean, they graduated from university and then go into carpentry. Is it the trend?
I see because the country that I go to, Australia and New Zealand, there are some, especially Australia and China. China, yes. Okay, for your information in Taiwan, okay, I think about 2 to 3% of the Taiwanese actually know how to do woodworking.
Mm.
I was surprised. Yeah, this kind of trend is actually start from Taiwan first. Okay, the woodcraft trend. Only China follow 10 years later.
I mean,
That's
why
why.
I mentioned that is because most parents will be, I mean, the parents or the student themselves, when they graduated from university, they kind of like have the idea of going to get a job, you see. But
Mm.
you show us some example that they are actually going back into so-called the blue collar job, they are university graduate, you see. So this is kind of
I
like
know.
intrigue.
I know because blue collar is actually 3D. Yeah, 3D that means demeaning, dirty, and dangerous. Uh, very dangerous. Okay, but you have to see. You see all those uh, very what we call developed industry country like Germany and Japan, they actually very encourage the student to study Tibet. Yeah, Tibet. That means blue collar. That means Tibet. That means vocational,
Vocational.
more on the hands-on thing. Yeah, Tibet. So in these two countries, blue collar and white collar actually on par, and sometimes blue collar is actually earn more than white collar. Okay, for example, Australia as well. See all those people that craft one and skill one, they earn a lot. Okay, for example, if you are a skilled carpenter, you earn 1 hour Aussie dollar about 100 something Australian dollar an hour. So you one day you work uh, 5 hours enough for you.
Okay. You got something to share with us, or are we going to
And
continue
can
to take?
you see my sharing now? Sorry, can you see my sharing now?
Yes. Do you want to take in
This
questions now, or you want to share this?
this one it's very fast one. This one is only a
Okay.
leaflet of my ex-student. Okay, this is a group called Pattern Baya, or ex-student I taught before. Okay,
Can you go full screen?
okay, I can't go full screen because this is
Um,
actually PDF. You want to make it
okay.
bigger? Can
Maybe you can just scroll through. Yes.
so this is a group called Pattern Baya. It's because we live in Malaysia, so we have a lot of pattern. Okay, so MIFF and UBN. Okay, so this is a design. But the sad thing about this is this is all made in China. Okay, not many factories in Malaysia that want to support this. So for me, as your designer, okay, because I have a presentation on a title called "White Collar versus Blue Collar in China and in Malaysia" as well. So I have this blue collar versus white collar presented in GAFA, Control Academy of Fine Art. And a lot of lecturers say if you are a designer and if you can make your design yourself, it's better. Okay, it's much more better because you have a feel there, you have a touch there, designed by yourself and made by you. So they actually, at least you have a human touch. You have an attachment with the design, your own design. So that's what the professor in GAPA told me that even though when I have this blue collar versus white collar presentation 2 years ago in my tech, okay, some of the what we call attendees also told me the same thing. If you are a designer and you can make your own stuff, it's even better. The designer make the stuff is actually more what we call finer, better looking. Yeah. So this is the design. Okay. Another one. I go through fast because I think
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
running out of time for a Q&A section. Okay. This is one. This is actually a design I need to share. This is actually the best looking one, more of a Nusantara. Yeah. So this is the boys and girls. Okay. I think, yep,
Oh,
I'm
great.
ready
I think
for some time.
we will take some
Yeah.
questions from the audience. Yeah.
Mm. Two questions.
Yep. Okay. One is from this is our colleague here, Debbie. What are your sources of inspirations when designing furnitures?
Oh, for me, okay, for me, I'm always easygoing one. Okay, I normally go for a run, for a swim. Okay, for a movie, and then I'll see something like object, or maybe from the object, like from a cloud, there's a shape as my design. There's a word. I designed a bar table called dry bar for Australian market. A word in Chinese character big da. So I use the da, some of the and then put it in my design. So this is my inspiration. I normally, for me, design is supposed to be fun and easy, you know. So for me, I don't like to be in pressure to do design. So easy going, go for a walk, go for a run, go for a swim. You get something because normally for me, design is actually from some element, or maybe organic element or organic shape. So for me, it's actually my inspiration. Okay, I hope that I answer her question.
Okay. Thank you. We have another questions coming from the floor. Do we have it? Okay, this is from Jerry Chong. It's another
Mm.
of one of a colleague. I truly
Oh,
appreciate
okay.
the green consideration of future furniture design, but what are your
Mm.
thoughts on the future of 3D printed furniture, which incorporates very unique design? This is interesting.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay, wooden furniture rocks. Okay. Yes, yes. Because when you have the new design now, the trend is you actually need to actually add at least 2 to 3 different elements in your design. Okay, like for example, the whole plastic chair or whole metal chair is actually no more trending, no more trending now. So it's actually a mixture of three. Okay, mixture of at least two elements, okay, or two materials, like wood with metal, like
Mm,
wood with wicker, okay, like metal with cushion. So 3D can come into play. So we have metal, and then maybe the chair or the seat part is actually 3D printed and put on. So I think, yeah, I think this is actually can put to use. 3D is actually very important now. Yeah, very good for prototyping because when you design furniture, not many people can do prototyping for you. So now 3D, what we call the computer can help us solve part of problems. Two questions.
This is kind of like the hybrid furniture that I mentioned a few years ago. Hybrid in terms of the material, 3D printing and wood and metal joining together to form a furniture. I think we are slowly moving towards that, right? Not many, but I saw a few coming. Yeah, a lot of them are still under the research stage. I think the next step will be looking at how the public will, whether the public will receive well or not in this type of hybrid furniture, using new material like 3D printers. Yeah. Any more questions, by the way? Let me check. Okay. One question that related to COVID-19. Do you think the furniture design now needs to follow the so-called social distancing? So if we are producing furniture now, do you think that we need to follow that?
We need to, but once the vaccine come out, we don't need to. Because when the vaccine come out, life will go to normal. But we don't
So,
know when the vaccine will come out.
so it's kind of like we should design a furniture that when you need a social distancing, you kind of like put on something. When you don't need it, you can kind of like take it
Yeah.
off. You know,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
that kind of ideas.
We need to because now the trend is social distancing. Now the top of the world is actually social distancing. Like I prefer physical distancing. Yes, we human are very socialized. We cannot stay antisocial.
Okay.
Crazy. Yeah, go crazy. Mm.
You mentioned something in your talk that I pick it up. That you mentioned furniture for cafe and furniture for home. Is there a difference with these two types of furnitures? Uh,
Oh, there's a different. There's a different. Okay, now for example, okay, if you household furniture, okay, household furniture, normally it make knockdown. Okay, household furniture actually knock down, so they can put more in a container. When you do export import, you have to put it into a 20-foot container or a 40-foot container. Now you can put big container. Okay, so if your chair is actually fully assembled, already assembled already, so you only can put 400 chairs in the containers. So you put less. Then the containers fees, some 40-foot container from China to Australia will cost 10,000 fees only. That's excluding tax, okay, duties, okay, yeah, okay. So if you want to put more, that means you save more tax, more duty, yeah. But household, okay, for example, household knockdown chair, because I can tell you knockdown chair is not that strong, okay, but it's, it's only good for household. You
mm,
eat there for only the max 1-2 hours.
mm. All right. Maybe we only have, I think the time is about there. I think we can take in one more. Is there any question? Maybe we can take in the one last question from the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is from Christopher
Sorry,
Rio.
sorry.
This is one of the last question, Walter. Says, sorry, I heard about the topic that mentioned about the moment towards seeking for a job, blue collar, white collar. If I'm not mistaken, what are they? Thank you. Walter, did you get the
Okay, I
last
think
question?
he wants to know. Okay, I think 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 he wants to know. Okay, I know the difference between. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Walter, your line is a little bit lagging. Maybe I can explain a little bit on the last question.
Oh, line's really lagging.
Yeah, it's lagging. So let me quickly go back to the question. The question is
I think
asking about what is the difference between white collar and blue collar. Normally, the blue collar will be people who are working in using hand skills. They are like probably people like mechanics, carpenters, right? Construction people, anybody that works on the factory floor.
this
Yeah.
construction,
Yes. Yeah, and then the white collar probably will be those who, over here is like people work in the office, you see, but
skill.
yeah, skill, different type
So
of skill. But Mr. Walter also mentioned that in some Western country, there's not much difference between the white and the blue. I mean, when I say not much different, is they don't see you differently. They respect uh, either one of you. I mean, they don't see that the blue collars are lesser grade, lesser skill, make less money. No, okay, they don't see it like that. They kind of like treat blue and white collar equally because the blue collar craftsmen produce fantastic products and they can fix up wonderful things, you see, and they don't have these discriminations against blue and white collar. Okay, so Walter, is that okay? Yeah, you want to add anything on it?
for example, you see in a factory in Germany, say Audi factory. So without the blue collar, there's nobody will install the car. Okay, they are not. For example, I think they have RX-8, the sport car. One of I think the highest sport cars, highest ranked sport cars in Audi. So they actually choose, okay, 100 of their finest blue collar staff to install the car. So this is important. How important the blue collar is. Without the blue collar helps, Germany and Japan won't be this great. In Malaysia, we don't have a lot of blue collars. Our blue collar are imported. They're all Bangladeshis and Indonesians. So sorry, when you teach them, they are already skilled already. So after 3 years, they have to go back. So they have to train again. So this is actually what Malaysia is facing.
We are losing the skill to a lot of foreign
Okay,
workers,
and
and they are learning the skill. Yeah.
yeah, we're losing the skill to a lot. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Walter, we have one more question
This is
coming
Jerry
from the
Chong.
floor from Jerry Chong. What are your favorite websites, magazine, catalog for interesting furniture design? Does IKEA catalog count?
IKEA catalog count as well, and Pinterest count as well. Yes, IKEA catalog well because they are very good in planning.
Uh, we have one more from our colleague as well. This
The
is
planning
from
is very good. It's displaying. Okay, so opinion on furniture design meets the digital age.
yeah. This is the last question. Yeah, what is your opinion on furniture design meets the digital age?
Okay, that means you want to promote your furniture design and online.
Or could it be furniture with
Start online.
IoT product?
Sorry, I can't
Is it possible that
hear
furniture
you.
with IoT products attached to them, furniture with electronic controls? Could that be the question? Do you
I don't
see
know. Maybe.
furniture to have this kind of IoT products built into it? I mean, long time ago, I kind of like think of marrying these two giants together, the electronics and the furniture giant, together, and then form a new breed of products with furniture and electronics together. Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible. See, some of the hotels that I stay in China, okay, they have a lamp. Then you can put the handphone there, and you charge your mobile phone. So it's wireless charging. That it's actually 2 years ago. Even though some bedside table they have this charging already, you put there, you charge. So this is actually a hybrid of two, the digital in furniture. Yes, it happens.
Okay then.
Mm.
All right, I think this is the only time that we got tonight. I think I quickly sum up Mr. Walters' presentation. I think Mr. Walters really encouraged the young designers to look into the green materials. I think strongly encourage recycle wood and look into the standards, like the FFC, the PFC standards when we are selecting the furnitures. And Mr. Walter also mentioned about graduate from university going into the blue collar job. This is interesting. It could be the trend for the future for graduating designers going into making their own products instead of waiting for people to hire you. Okay, these are all interesting trends that can shape the future of furniture design. Okay then, and this is the only time that we got tonight. Very sorry that if we are unable to reply all your questions. Okay, you can contact us, by the way. You can contact Mr. Walter directly. And please don't forget to fill in the feedback form for us. Okay, and still continue to send in your question, and we'll try to look through it after the webinar and try to reply you. Okay, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Walter. Okay, thank you for your time today. Share your wonderful experience, and I would like to thank the supporting team that make this happen. Okay, so have a good Friday evening. Good night.